David Menzies for Rebel News here at the OLG headquarters in North Toronto. And folks, the OLG, aka the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation, well, they're back in the news for all the wrong reasons. What is it now? Well, another case, yet again, of the OLG not paying out a winner for rightfully winning a jackpot. The problem, she couldn't remember where she bought the ticket, and that originally meant that the jackpot was being denied. Now, that was until the consumer reporter at CTV got involved. Here, check out the video.
I would like my money, but not only that, I don't think anybody else should have to go through this.
A spokesperson for OLG told CTV News, when a winning ticket of $1,000 or more is presented for claim, the OLG Prize Center is required to determine the rightful ownership of that ticket. When claiming a prize, you may be asked, where did you purchase the ticket? When did you purchase the ticket? And did you purchase other lottery products such as Encore or another game at the same time? OLG recently reviewed Douglas's case, and she was relieved to finally get her winnings of $1,003.
Thank you, CTV. I was able to get my check, and I thank you for all of the hard work that you helped me to get it. Thank you, CTV.
And isn't that interesting? Suddenly, when the media got involved, the OLG did the right thing and they paid out Heather Douglas her jackpot of $1,003. And that number is significant, folks, because if that amount had been $4 cheaper, she could have redeemed that. Oh, hi.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Cut this down, please. You don't have permission to record in the building.
Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Oh, by the way, that security lady, my cameraman Maurizio and I went up to her before we started to record my stand-up. We asked her to reach out to Tony Battanti, head of media relations here, and Rui Broom, and for that matter, someone called Steven in customer service. I'll get to him a little later. And guess what? The lights are on, but nobody's home. Here, check it out. Yeah, I've tried. I know there's someone else in media relations, Rui Broom, I think. No, are you able to give him a call?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean he doesn't work here anymore, or?
I don't know.
Can you look it up in the directory?
I can't do that because I don't do that on the system.
Oh, okay, but you're able to look up Tony on the system.
I call to see if I can get it back from the board.
Okay, who'd you call?
Excuse me?
Who did you call?
Who did I call?
Yeah.
I didn't call anybody. I looked them up on the.
There are people employed in the media relations department of this Crown Corporation making six figures, full benefits, and a pension plan, and they won't do their job, which is to relate to the media. Your tax dollars hard at work once again. But in the case of Heather Douglas, it's apparent why she was paid out that jackpot. That was only because the media got involved, and the OLG doesn't like to get a PR black eye. And as I was saying earlier, at $1,003 jackpot, it's significant because if only Miss Douglas had won $4 less, she could have gone into any convenience store that sells lottery tickets and get her jackpot, no questions asked. I mean, for $4, she had to go through all that aggro. It's unbelievable. And I have to ask, why is it that the OLG is abusing its regulatory authority? And more to the point, how much money does the OLG not pay out on an annual basis because people don't remember where they bought their lottery tickets? Here's where this story gets weird. I reached out by email to Mr. Battanti, he's the head of media relations, with a series of questions. And when I got the answer back, it was from somebody called Steven from customer service. Naturally, as is par for the course these days in terms of dealing with government entities, the precise questions were not answered. Yes, there was a word salad statement sent to me, which didn't answer any of my queries. And I reached out again and again to Stephen via email. Today, I called the 1-800 number, and I spoke to somebody called Kang. It didn't go all that well. Here, check it out.
Good morning. Thank you for choosing OLG. My name is Kang. How can I help you today?
Yes, good morning. Did you say Kang?
Yeah, my name is Kang. How can I help you?
Hi. Yes, my name is David Menzies, and I'm trying to get in touch with the manager there, Stephen.
Okay, let me check to see if they're available.
Thank you.
Over here. Okay, sorry about the delay. Unfortunately, I don't believe they're available currently, but I can ask them to email you again.
Oh, that's the thing. I haven't received any feedback from 2 emails. I mentioned my last one. My deadline was 11 a.m. today. So basically, and by the way, I'm not sure why I'm dealing with a customer service manager and not the media relations team. Do you know why that is?
Yeah, sorry, I wouldn't know the circumstances, sorry.
Okay, then. One of my primary questions is how much money, say on an annual basis, does the OLG not pay out in terms of customers winning a jackpot, but they can't remember the details as to where they bought the ticket?
Yeah, sorry, I don't think I have that type of information available. If you have any additional questions, please send an email. Do you need the email again?
I don't think, but I'm already on deadline, and Stephen isn't getting back to me, and I don't even know why I'm dealing with customer service when this is a media relations question. Why is Tony Batanti sending this to customer service in the first place?
Sorry, I don't know who you're referring to, sorry.
You don't know Tony Batanti?
Sorry about that. So if you have any other questions, please reply to the...
Tony Batanti is the head of media relations. I thought you would know that. I'm also wondering, in terms of the Heather Douglas case in which she won $1,003, what was it that made the OLG pay out the claim when they were originally denying it? Would you know that, Kang?
No, sorry, I don't have any answers for you here. The only contact I can provide to you is the email, which you may already have. If you have no other statements, I'll end the call here.
Yeah, as the late great Rob Ford would say, customer service excellence. He hung up on me. Nobody wants to talk about how much money is being kept from rightful jackpot winners. And by the way, I'll read some of the excerpts from Stephen of customer service. By the way, don't have a surname for him. And you tell me if this passes the sniff test. Let's begin with this quote: due to privacy policies, OLG does not provide information about specific ticket claimant cases. However, we will explain the process and practices we have in place to ensure we pay the rightful price to the rightful ticket owner. End quote. Privacy? But the Heather Douglas case, it is being talked about in mainstream media. We know what the details are. We know the identity of the lottery winner. As a matter of fact, when you win a prize, the OLG publishes your full name. So how is there a privacy issue at play? Baffling. Now, further on down the statement, this is what Stephen at customer service has to say. Quote, as a result of these anonymous lottery purchases in the retail environment, OLG has a duty to determine the rightful ownership of a winning lottery ticket of $1,000 or more that is claimed through the OLG Prize Center by asking the claimant questions about that ticket. This is done through our prize claim review process, the same process that has been in place for decades. This standard prize claim process involves our prize center staff asking the claimant questions such as where and when did you buy the ticket, what other lottery products did you buy with this ticket. These are only a sampling of the questions asked. Stephen goes on to further say, if the claimant has difficulty answering the questions, the prize center staff can ask follow-up questions in hopes of helping the claimant remember some facts. If at this point the responses do not match the information we have, or if incorrect information is provided, or information requested is not provided at all, then the claim undergoes further review, which will add extra time to the prize claim process, end quote.
Hi guys.
Oh, hi there.
Unfortunately, this is not allowed because you don't have the authorization from the property.
Oh,
if you can just ask
okay.
you guys to leave, that would be great.
How do I get authorization from the property?
You would have to contact CF management for that one.
Let's go back to Stephen's word salad. And this one is really incredible. Quote, as you were aware from past interactions, if OLG did not have a rigorous process in place to determine ticket ownership, the public would quite rightfully cry foul. The Ombudsman's report from 2007, entitled A Game of Trust, demanded that OLG put stronger player protections in place. Since the release of that report, OLG has done just that. You know, this is astonishing, folks, that Stephen would reference the Ombudsman's report from 2007, A Game of Trust. That report, and I think it's online, you don't have to read the whole report, just read the executive summary. It points out that the OLG is perhaps the most corrupt Crown corporation in the history of Crown corporations. They were turning a blind eye to jackpots being withheld, to false claimants of jackpots, and Stephen in customer service is referring to that scathing report as to why the lack of transparency continues. I'm absolutely baffled when it comes to the Heather Douglases of the world, when it comes to my battles with the OLG. That's a bit here, a bit there in terms of money. What we really want to know is how much on, say, an annual basis, or how much in the last decade, or say how much since 2007 has the OLG withheld? And they will not answer that question. We do know they keep rigorous track of the numbers. That would be last year, OLG paid almost $2.5 billion to lottery winners. So if they're keeping track of how much is going out, how much is coming in, how much is being withheld, you know what, folks? We're going to file a Freedom of Information request. We're going to keep digging until we get those answers. Because I'll tell you this much, compared to 2007, when the Ombudsman's report, that scathing indictment of the OLG came out, to 2024, as far as I can tell, it's business as usual, and man, business stinks. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I know you love it when Rebel News tells you the other side of the story, but the fact is, we need your assistance to do so. Unlike the mainstream media, we do not take a nickel from the Justin Trudeau Liberals. So if you can, go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.